Hey guys, it's Brooke here, and I just want to follow up with everyone to just tell everyone how I'm doing and what's been going on with me. So last night I went to sleep. Now, I just got my medical marijuana card a few weeks ago, and I just got my prescription, and it's really good. It's helping me sleep better, it's helping me with my anxiety. But also, I want to inform people who don't know. I know most conscious people know, but weed actually expands your consciousness and your awareness and your intuition and your senses. And when I work with weed, especially if I work with weed during spiritual meditation and spiritual practices, I get a lot of truth and information out of the experience because I'm already an observer. And then when I use weed, it helps me tap into myself, expands my senses, and it helps me better understand the nature of reality. If anyone understands that, a lot of people don't understand that, but it's one of those things where you have to actually do it and practice it in order to understand. But I'm really just talking to people who get it because I'm tired of explaining myself to people. Like, yeah, this is this and this is that, and people look at me like I'm crazy, but I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking to people who know exactly what I'm talking about. That even though we live in the hologram and we live in a world that is an illusion, there are things in this world that are real, that higher beings put here to help us see the truth. And I do believe weed is one of them because we get so caught up in stress in the physical material world that, you know, we're so locked down to the material world, we forget about the spiritual. We forget about the true nature of what's going on here. And that's what they want. They want us to be caught up in bullshit all the time, worrying about rent, worrying about money, ideals and things and human constructs that don't really apply to the rest of the universe or the way the universe truly operates. So for people who are seeking truth or trying to tap in deeper into, the universe and deeper into the soul, people like us get attacked. And last night, because I've been taking my weed, my spirit was like, you need to get yourself some weed because out of everything I've ever tried in my life to help me sleep and deal with my anxiety, it doesn't work and it makes me sick. So I went to the natural earth because even though this world isn't real, there are things that were put here like fruits, vegetables, and herbs that help our bodies get in a state where we can be spiritual, like the spirit can have a little bit more free range. Oh, okay, I am a spirit in a body. I am a soul in a body. So there's things that were put here. There are energies and consciousnesses, if that's a word. There are systems that were put in here to help us expand our minds, see the truth. And weed is, I believe, stuff like ayahuasca and DMT. I never had those things, peyote, but I know that they open people's, like, we're locked into these senses, these physical limitations and restrictions of the mind. There are things here that expand the mind, lift the veil of the limitations so we really see what's going on. And sometimes people, because they're not trained and practice meditation and practice looking within, they're not prepared for these experiences and they go a little crazy because they're used to, I'm John Smith and I have a job down the street and the sun is here and the moon is here and I breathe air and I sit down and I experience life as a human. But when you don't live as a human and your consciousness is expanded farther than being human, people could go a little crazy and get scared. That's why this shit takes a lot of practice. That when you're a spiritual person who uses weed for spiritual purposes, you have to practice with the weed because you have to get yourself to that level. You don't want to just smoke a whole bunch of weed and you're not prepared for what you're going to see. You have to prep and be ready for these experiences because they're so strong and powerful. Like, oh my God, I am so beyond being human. And you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready to exist without a body, without this mind that we're in, our soul is in. So let me just get to the point here because, I can go farther into this, but I just got up in the morning. I got up really, really early because last night I smoked weed. I smoked my strain that I was prescribed by my doctor to go to sleep. And it's a very powerful strain and it helps me relax because I'm constantly having anxiety because I'm worried about just surviving. and my job and my business and all this stuff and my art and this and that. And the strain put me in such a relaxed state that my senses became extremely strong. I heard little tiny sounds that I couldn't normally hear because I'm always like stressing. Like my mind is going 150 miles per hour, worrying about things. But this strain put me in such a state that I wasn't used to. Like, okay, I'm relaxed. Then I tapped into my soul and spiritual powers. I try to go to sleep. And I'm starting to learn more and more and more why I'm having trouble sleeping. It's not that I can't get to sleep, it's what I deal with while I'm sleeping. When I went to sleep last night, um, the weed strain really put me in a relaxed state. I went to sleep and I heard people talking in my head, and it wasn't me. I knew that whoever was talking in my head was not a part of me. I hear this ringing sound in my head, it is so loud, and the more I went to sleep, the louder it got. Another thing I've noticed when I fall into sleep, I start to hear noises in the room as if the world around me is responding to which state of sleep I'm in. I know that sounds weird, but just hear me out. This is for conscious people. I'm not talking to people who just don't have any idea what I'm talking about. Because I'm tired of people calling me crazy. Like, I know I'm not crazy. So the room is responding to what state I'm in. So I've noticed every time I get close to sleep, something happens. I hear a noise in the room, I hear a crack in the wall, and I start to hear this loud ringing. And last night I heard it very clearly, and then I was so high in a good way, not high to the point where I couldn't function, but high in a way where I was so relaxed. Because usually the talking in my head, I guess it causes me stress, and I try to it's like a ELF wave type of talking. It's like you hear like a faint talking as if you're listening to a radio that's on very, very low. That's the best way I could explain it. It's like a frequency. It's not like someone's just standing in front of me talking to me and I'm hallucinating. No, like I clearly heard something. There are two people talking and I heard it very clear as day, as if they were talking in my head, and the people were laughing at me. They were laughing because they knew they were fucking with me. And they put my mind in a dream where I was still in my childhood trauma again. In that house, in my grandparents' house, I had a dream where I was still in there. But in the dream, what was interesting about my dream last night was that in the dream, I heard the noise. I heard the people laughing. I heard the people talking about me. But in the dream, I was aware of them talking about me. And they wanted me to be aware because they don't care. Because they want to fuck with me. And I know this sounds crazy. Like, to some people it might sound crazy. Like, oh my God, you're losing your mind. You should stop smoking weed. Like, no, this has been going on my whole life. I've been hearing crazy shit right before I go to sleep. And this is why I'm having trouble sleeping, because it's not getting to sleep is the problem. It's what I have to deal with when I'm sleeping. And I know exactly what's going on. They are attacking people in their dreams. And this is for real. This is not no bullshit. This is not no sci-fi bullshit. They have technology. Then I realized there has to be some type of technology that's hacking into my dream, because I could hear them clearly. There was a lady talking, and it was two people. It was a few people talking about me and how they're invading my dream. And I caught their ass. And in the dream, I became aware, like, who is this person? And I was scared. I was kind of scared in the dream. I was like, where can I go to talk to someone about this? I was running around frantically, like, who can I explain this to, that this is going on with me? And it's just hard to talk about it. It really is. Like, I know I'm like stuttering and, falling over my words and stuff, but it's really hard to explain to people who don't get it that we are under attack every single day, and they are putting ELF, low frequency radio waves, in people's heads while they're sleeping. Sometimes I hear commercials in my head. That's probably on the TV. I'm like, why do I hear commercials and all these things? Because it's the frequencies hitting your mind. You have to understand that we're not physical. We're all made of energy. When I smoked my weed and I meditated, I realized again, we are just energy experiencing things, frequencies, vibrations, and these things, and we're made mostly of water and light. And these Wi-Fi signals and cell phone towers, they go through us and we hear it in our head. And people be like, that's some crazy talk. Oh, this is for real. I heard it last night, clear as day. And the more you smoke weed, I'm not saying you have to smoke weed to hear this. I mean, I've heard this just without weed anyway. But the weed made it so strong that I could clearly hear it, almost to the point I could hear what they're saying, because normally I could hear the chittering and chattering in the back of my head, which is not my own thoughts. Let me just be honest with you guys. Half of your thoughts are not your own. I'm going to say that again. If you think I'm crazy, turn the shit off. Half the things that you think about in your head are not your own thoughts. I don't say it to scare people. I'm just trying to get the truth out. Most of the thoughts are controlled by what you eat, what's in the air, what's in the cell phone tower frequencies. Even your cell phones can put shit in your mind. I remember one time I had a dream about something, and I looked on my cell phone. I saw the same shit on my cell phone that I had a dream about. Some shit is really going down with this sleep thing. It really is. And these people are laughing. The people in my dream were laughing at me because they want me to know what's going on, and they're going to continue to fuck with people because they have the technology and the power to do that. Because they think we are slaves and they own us. This is a huge experiment. This whole fucking world is an experiment and playground for these rich people. And I don't give a fuck who thinks I'm crazy. I'm just coming out, like, the more that I'm tapping into this science, the more I'm realizing, oh my God, there's a lot of evil shit going on. It has to do with technology. Yeah, there are demons and spiritual things going on, but I haven't been attacked by any demons because I'm getting angelic assistance. This has nothing to do with demons. This is just people putting crap in my head while I'm trying to sleep, fucking with me, and putting me into some really weird visual states that the more that I'm becoming relaxed and intuitive using the herbs and the earth and the natural chemicals, because this has to do with natural chemicals and frequencies, using the natural herbs, they're showing me the truth. And the truth can be very scary. I woke up again like, man, this is some strong weed. But because it's so loud, the fucking talking in my head that has nothing to do with my own spirit talking, it has to do with technology bothering me while I'm sleeping. That's why I have to invest in crystals and diodes. I know I was speaking to someone about that before, that I have to get these things. It's just that I have to like start working and all that stuff. So I'm about to start working and investing in these things because this shit is very real. This is not bullshit. You know, most of the thoughts you have in your head are not your own. You have to be able to decipher what's your own thoughts and what sounds crazy. Like, if you hear something in your head that just sounds plain crazy, like, now I know that wasn't me. Sometimes they do it in your own voice. Like, these people are so fucking evil and fucked up. They just fuck around with people at night. They'll do things in your voice and you think it's you and it's not. It's some technology somewhere projecting because they could tap into the brainwave thing. They I don't know the science. They just do this shit because they're doing it to me. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right. This is very frustrating because, to be honest with you guys, I'm so happy that I have the chat and I have people who are conscious that I can speak to about this stuff, because people in my personal life, they don't understand. It's really hard to explain this to, it's hard to explain this to my fiance. It's hard to explain this to my family members that I'm being attacked by technology while I'm sleeping, and I'm having shitty days back to back to back because they're fucking with me every day and I don't know who to talk to about it. I can't talk to my therapist about it because they're going to look at me like I'm fucking crazy and try to prescribe me more medication. And when I use weed and these natural herbs to expand my mind, people are going to say, oh, you're just fucking with that shit. That's why you're going crazy. Like, no, this has been happening to me since I was a fucking child. Bullshit going on when I'm trying to go to sleep at night in my head. All right? Has nothing to do with no fucking weed. Like, weed and plants and herbs, they help you. They help you see the truth. But you have to be ready. You have to practice. You have to meditate. You have to prepare yourself for what you see. Because sometimes we can make people crazy. And because they're not used to the truth. Oh shit, I saw this and that. I saw these wavelengths. I saw these colors in the sky. Yeah, because your brain is being expanded from the limitations it's setting on your soul. That's why you're starting to go crazy, because you're starting to live a life that's not human. Because you realize you're not human, you're just temporarily human. You start to see the veil being lifted and you go a little crazy and you can't function in the matrix anymore because you saw the real world and now you're fucking up. That's why you have to be ready for this shit. Because the truth is really evil, but it's also very beautiful as well. It's sick. It's really fucking sick what they do to people at night. They torment people because they're like children, rich, spoiled children, and we don't have anything better to do, so we're just gonna play with people's dreams and talk in people's heads and make them go crazy. You know, I don't remember what this woman was saying, but I do know that they were talking about me. It was a woman and a man, and I heard them, and it was loud and clear as day, and it was so loud in my head that I couldn't sleep, even with the weed. Like, I had to wake up because I'm like, guys, you guys are so fucking loud in my head. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. They're like, yeah, bitch, we're fucking with you. And I asked myself, why are they so evil? Like, why are they fucking with people like this? They said they fuck with everybody because they can do that. They own us. We're just cattle to them. We're just an experiment to them. They don't give a fuck about us. Especially conscious people. They try to harm conscious people the most because conscious people are what's going to get us through this shit. And they want to destroy that. They want to neutralize that quick, fast. So they torment these conscious people who are standing up for rights and standing up for what's true, people who sell diodes and things that could break, anything that could break the technology, they're going to kill you. If you have something that could really break this technology, or they're going to fucking come after you. Or they're going to be like, we're going to do what we want with you because we own you. You're just some, like, they treat you like shit. So I know I've been rambling, but I know that because of my anxiety, I try to get my thoughts out as best and clear as I can, but sometimes I'd be all over the place. It's really hard to explain what's going on to people who don't understand, but this is the truth. They are putting weird realities and waves into people's heads at night. The world around you does respond to you because we are soul beings. And every time I try to go to sleep, it's always something because they know that my soul travels. Most people, their soul goes out of the body at night and it sees the truth. They get powerful messages from the ancestor or the Most High or a family member. They don't want that. So they fuck with you so you can stay stuck in the physical and you can't get that spiritual lesson. And you can't get that spiritual connection to the higher realms. They want to keep you locked down in this realm, so they put all this craziness, ELF bullshit in your head when you're trying to sleep. And the more conscious you are, the more they fuck with you. And the more they watch you. I know they're watching me. They're just having a beer, sitting back, laughing at my shit. This is no bullshit. I could tell you that. I'm not a crazy person. I come on here, I'm nervous. I'm like, damn, my credibility as a sane person is probably not there anymore. But for people who truly understand that this is not a fucking game, can hear what I'm saying. That I'm not just some crazy person losing my mind or having some midlife crisis shit. This is real shit. This is a spiritual war. They got technology that you wouldn't even imagine. And I just experienced this shit last night and nights before this for years and years and years and years. They're attacking people, especially conscious people. Bobby Hemmett talked about this. Delbert Blair talked about this. Dr. Sebi talked about this. A lot of truthers talked about this. People are coming out talking about this technology. Their dreams, it's like Inception. They implant thoughts in your head and you think it's you and it's not. It's actually the technology. They train people to go into folks' dreams and mess up their mind, thinking, oh, that's just my thought. I thought it would be a good idea to join the military, but they've been blasting your ass every fucking day with these cell phone towers and these fucking Wi-Fi signals in your mind to join the army. For some reason, you have a strong feeling to join the army, but not by your own thoughts. It's by someone else's, aggressively forcing these thoughts on you by the technology, if that makes any sense. And I'm terrible at explaining things, but it is what it is. I'm just really upset that they have to go this far to fuck me up. Every day I have to be operating on a very low energy because I can't get sleep. My physical body can't get sleep. So my soul is really angry and upset in this body. Sometimes my soul just wants to jump out of my body like, I'm fucking sick of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep attacking me, but it's whatever. I'm still alive. I'm surprised it didn't kill me. What the fuck are they waiting for? But anyway, we're going to get through this shit, guys. We're going to get through this. We're going to keep fighting. I keep praying. I got the angelic ancestors on my side. I'm not giving up. Some days are harder than others. Like today, I got up at 4 a.m. because they were blasting me with this loud ass noise in my head. And it's all good. They're going to do this every fucking day. And I'm still going to get up and I'm still going to draw. I'm still going to run my business. I'm still going to work. I still have to take care of myself and my fiance. I'm still going to pay my bills and they're not going to stop me. And I'm still going to do most importantly, I'm still going to do my spiritual work. That's what they don't want me to do. They don't want me to do my spiritual work. That's why they're fucking doing this shit. I just have a message for these people. If they ever hear me, I'm not going to stop. You're going to have to really kill my physical body for me to stop. You're really going to have to kill me. That's the only option because they're fucking with me every day. But fuck that shit. I'm going to keep fighting this war because I'm tired of this shit. I know what they're doing. Most people don't, but I know what they're doing. They're fucking with people every single day. Putting craziness in their head. Why do I want ice cream so bad? Because they're blasting your mind when you sleep. With advertisements and commercials. And they have frequencies that make you horny. And they videotape people. It's sick. It's really fucking sick what they're doing to people. They're fucking blasting people with waves that make you feel a certain way, sound frequencies, and most importantly, they actually talk in your head, which has been happening to me. Stop fucking talking in my head, you fucking bitch. I'm serious. I'm talking straight to that bitch who's been talking in my head. Stop fucking talking. Annoying ass bitch and annoying ass people, scientists, rich people, business people, bored. They have so much fucking money, they just torment people. They have no light. These people have no light. It's just shadows. They just they torment people that do have light in them so they could take our light, so they could feel something. It's fucked up. It's not just demons, it's technology too. They also scare people into believing in fake religions by tormenting people, putting fucking visuals of demons and stuff in their head with the technology. This shit is real. Anyway, I gotta go. My video is gonna cut out, but I've been rambling a lot, but just listen to the message. I actually might do this over again and try to, I'm very particular about how I say things. Like, I'm very meticulous and very insane with it. Like, things have to come out a certain way so people can understand. I be trying to explain to the layman, in layman's terms, what the fuck's really going on to someone who really just don't have a clue, understand. But I know most people who I talk to, they understand what's going on fully. About the cloning and the ELF and the crystals and the diodes. Like, they know this shit, but a lot of people don't understand that this is very real. They can do mind control. It's not a bullshit. All right, guys.